Wow. Great stuff. Okay. One last speaker today. You know who it is, don't you? You've been looking at your stuff? Okay. I get to tell this story one more time, but Glenn's here so he remembers. It was November 2016, and we had a board meeting at NAR, and I was a day late. I forget what I had to do, but I was a day late. And I came into the board meeting, and guess what I said? I had this huge, what kind of cat is it that has the big smile? Cheshire cat. I had this big smile. And they go, what's going on? They'd already had a day of the board meeting. And they were kind of worn out. And I said, our company just changed today. They go, what do you mean? I said, Brent Gove joined our company. Guys, and I remember them looking at me, who's Brent Gove? I said, get ready to see what's going to happen. I mean, if you guys don't know that this gentleman has changed the lives of so many, that I've hung around him now for 6+ years, the bottom line is one person can change our whole company, right? And this gentleman gives his all. I've never seen anybody give more to a company than this gentleman. Let's hear it for Brent Gove. Come on now, come on. Woo! Come on. Come on, baby.
I love you,
baby.
man. All right. Hello, San Antonio. Great to see you guys. This is awesome. Is my mic on? It's on. Okay. How are you guys doing? Well, congratulations. You made it to the end of day 2. I am the final speaker, and we're going to have a lot. Who's ready to have some fun? It's too late. You've already had great speakers. What do you guys think of Bill? Wasn't he amazing? You know, you will get out of this what you put into this. And so every event I've ever been to, I do sit on the edge of my seat. I do take notes. I want to be impacted at a deep level. So I prayed about what could I share today that would have a deep, emotional, lasting impact on you. And I think if you're going to overcome obstacles in your life, if you're going to fight the fight of faith, if you're going to struggle, if you're going to get through it, you better have a big reason why. Does that make sense? You better have a big vision, right? A dream so big it involves other people. Did Martin Luther's dream impact a lot of people? How about Mother Teresa? Right? And so what is your vision? What is your dream? I heard a great story about a great king. And it was time for his daughter to be married, and he was not going to let just anybody marry his daughter. He said, only the bravest, most, strong, courageous man in my kingdom will marry my daughter. So he puts her here, and he's all the men. He said, whoever wants to come, you have a chance to marry my daughter, get over here. They line up on the other side of the moat. And between the daughter and this moat was water, 10, 15 feet deep, full of man-eating crocodiles. 18-footers, 14 footers, it was just full. And he said, whoever's brave enough to swim across this moat, the first man to do this, you may have my daughter. Bam! The guy goes in the water. Boom! He's flying. Boom, 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 boom. Out the other side he comes. People are in disbelief. They're like going, oh my gosh, that was the bravest, maybe the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And everybody's cheering. The kingdom's going nuts. People, but just one guy. And he stands there and they dry him off. And the king puts a robe on him, puts rings on his finger, presents his daughter to him. And the guy's he's so happy. And then the king goes, that was the bravest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, what would you like to say to the people of my kingdom? And he goes, well, I'd just like to say, who pushed me? I want to know who pushed me. And it is my hope today to push you. I'm going to push you, baby. I'm going to challenge you to your fiber, to your core. So let's talk about that. What is your vision? How is it? Is it so big that you have to lay your life down and sacrifice for others? And I'm not talking about, for me, it's a turnoff. The mansion, the jet, all that stuff. It's like, no, a vision of a meaningful impact. Are you with me? I mean, I like nice stuff too. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I think you got to go a little beyond that. Otherwise, it's kind of shallow. Can we all agree? Like when you touch somebody's life and with tears and they hug you because you've made a difference. I tell you, there's a guy in this audience who's like that, Steve Johnstone right there from Cape Town, South Africa. I love you, man. I respect you. Give him a hand right there. And I could name hundreds of other men and women. I won't. But I will mention, if they're here, and it's late in the day, and they're closer to, well, are my parents here? Are you still here? Are my parents here? Stand up. My dad made it. Give my dad a hand. That's awesome. You're awesome, Dad. I love you. You're amazing. Thanks for being such an incredible dad. He has been my biggest supporter. He's amazing. He's great. My mom, not so much. She's out of here. No, I'm kidding. She's a little, doesn't quite have the energy he does. He'll be 88 in December. Give my dad a hand. He's awesome. Still comes to the Brent Gove team meetings every Thursday morning from 10 to 11. I love it. But so what is your dream? Do you have 10,000 kids to save? Do you have 1 million people to bring fresh water to? Do you want to feed people? Do you want to solve the homeless problem? Do you want to do something just truly awesome? Like me not falling off the stage. I about went just now. Did you see that? I kind of like had a weird moment. And I will be off this stage before it's over. But there's a great saying, all it takes for evil to prevail in this world is for good men and good women to do nothing. Right? Go ahead, will you? So, you got Oscar Schindler, right? Schindler's List, you ever watch that one? Who's going to make a movie about your life? And why not you? And I'll tell you why, because you don't believe it. And not that you want someone to make a movie about your life, but how about living a life that was so crazy that they make a movie about your life because you loved so much? So here's your first key. You want to make it? Write this down. Ready? Write it down. Be the biggest lover in the room. Who was it earlier? Verl Workman. And Bill was incredible, just incredible. The speakers have been amazing. But Verl talked about the second chapter of The Greatest Sales in the World, Dog Mandino. And he just quoted beautifully that chapter. And he talked about wake up every day with what? Love in your heart. And silently say to people as you see them, I love you, man. I love you. Look at people and just say, man, I love you. I don't know Tom that well, just met him yesterday. It's a little weird. We're two grown men, but I love you, man. And he felt there's some authenticity. Like, can you authentically, Glenn Sanford. I met Jim, Glenn's dad today. Michael Valdez. I love you guys, man. I love you. I'm going to hug you right now, okay? I'm not going to wait. Come here, man. Come here. Come on. No. You got to get, all right. So, but here's the deal. Oh, Amy, all right. Are you a hugger? Are you a fighter? Here's a cool thing, to be both a fighter and a hugger. Is that cool? Yeah. To fight the fight of faith, to make a difference. And so we at EXP are so excited about building homes for the homeless and about saving orphans and widows. People can't do anything for themselves. There's a great organization called Forward Edge, and they have a program called Sell a Home, Save a Child. Now, Paul Frank is sitting in the second row here. He's a commercial agent. Paul, I'm going to change it for you. Sell a building, save a child. It's commercial guys, right? We're going to adjust it for the commercial guys. But I have a couple, two incredible women I'd like to invite to the stage. Daylin and Lisa, would you guys come on up here right now? Come on up, Daylin and Lisa. Give them a hand. So they're from Sell a Home, Save a Child. I want to go ahead and roll the video right now. I want you to watch a very short video.
At Sell a Home, Save a Child, we believe every person is a masterpiece of God, made with great value and great purpose. Sadly, millions of children around the world today do not know this. All they know is suffering, poverty, oppression, and brokenness. But these children are precious. They deserve to be given a hope and a future. That's why Sell a Home, Save a Child exists. We help fund the children's programs of Forward Edge International, empowering thousands of children to know their true worth and to overcome poverty. Our programs are led by local leaders and are holistic, meaning more than just a meal, a glass of water, or a school book. They consistently care for the whole child, mind, body, and spirit. Because these children will change the world someday. They will change their families, their communities. That's what they were created to do. That's what we were all created to do. So join us today and let's make a difference in the world that will last for generations.
It's a great thing. So Daylin is our campaign manager, and then Lisa is, well, Lisa, why don't you tell them what you do real quick before, there we go, it took a little while to get there. Regional advocate. Who wants to go first?
You want me to go first? All right. Hi, I'm Daylin Oglesby, campaign manager for Sell a Home, Save a Child.
Come on up here.
And, okay, right here. And I just want to say we are so grateful to our EXP family members. At Forward Edge, we call our donors family members. And when we get together, it's a family reunion because we are collectively working together to bring holistic care to children living in poverty. And since we have been introduced to EXP in 2021, our EXP family members have raised almost $2 million for children living in poverty. Pretty awesome. So we are so grateful for you. Because of you, we have been able to expand every single one of our programs, feeding more and more children every day, telling children how much they are loved and cherished. And we have also been able to expand into 2 new territories in Ghana, Africa, and Kosovo. Because of you, you are changing the world for so many children. Thank you.
Thanks, Daylin. If you are a current Sell a Home, Save a member, or Save a, what is it?
It works.
Sell a Home, Save a Child.
Sell something, save a child. If you're a member, please stand up, or if you've contributed in the past.
We have so many of you in here today. It has been our delight to meet you, to have you part of the family.
Thank you.
This is amazing. You are our heroes.
You really are changing lives. I was introduced to Forward Edge 6 years ago, and my first introduction, I sobbed for 3 hours straight. I had the opportunity to meet one of the kids that's sponsored by the program, and what I can tell you is these are real lives that you're changing. These are not a commercial, these are not actors, these are real lives that you're changing. And so we just want to say thank you so much for what you've done. We've been out at the booth all week. We'll be out there again. So if you have further questions about the program, please come and talk to us.
Yes.
We do have a special opportunity coming up specifically for Sell a Home, Save a Child members, and that we designed this really for this event for you guys to be able to come with us to our program in Oaxaca, Mexico, so you can experience it. Money's the easy part, right? We can all give money to something. We want you to know what you're doing. So please look at coming with us to that.
I love that. On that note, I went to Guatemala, I've been to Haiti, I've gone on these trips and been to the orphanages. And man, if you're trying to find your purpose, one bigger than a big car, go to Oaxaca or do some of these things. I took my kids, I went with my daughter, and it's powerful, and it'll rock you to the core. And how many think we need to be rocked? Look, you can change the life of these kids. So somebody's saying, okay, when I sell 40 homes, I'll give. When I get to 100 people in my rep shop, I'll give. Listen to me, if you don't give now, you'll never give. You won't give then. You'll be consuming it all. Give when you have little, right? Give while you have little. God will multiply the little you have. Thank you, guys.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you. So, I want to say this. If you sign up today in faith, just see what God will do for you. In faith, maybe donate $50 a month, $100 a month. We're not talking about big dollars. We're talking about less Starbucks, right?
You can give big dollars.
Oh, well, Bill Pipes took your Starbucks money. I heard him earlier, or whatever he was doing. McDonald's, I don't know what it was. But the little squiggly with the dinosaur. What's it called again? I called it a SR code, whatever, the QR code. Get your phone out. Everyone get your phone out right now. You can look. By the way, Glenn Sanford wrote one of the biggest checks ever given by someone from EXP. Thank you, Glenn, for being such a great leader. Thank you. But if you'll sign up and donate, I'm going to do something for you. I do something called the 1% Club. It's on how to build a huge sales organization and retire in the next 24 to 36 months. It's every Tuesday, 1:30 to 2 o'clock. If you sign up and then reach out to me, I will add you to the 1% Club. It's 30 minutes long. Every Tuesday, I teach you everything I know. I pour my guts out every week. It is awesome. Got a few 1%ers out there? Did you guys like? Absolutely. So join us. And it's a gift for being a part of this movement. The other thing I do is I got a beautiful suite at the Mandalay Bay for EXPCon in October, that first week in October. And I'm going to do a special gathering in my suite. And it's like a 6,000 square foot, 2-story, Windows 60. It's like stupid. It's like this crazy room thing. And so I'm going to have a special meeting just for you guys, just to say thank you. And I just want you to know those are the two things I'm going to do. If you'll be a part of this, I want to give back to you. So thank you, and please give generously. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Give a good hand.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Okay, you can go back that way. Thanks. Yeah, go that way. What the heck? Okay. I know they're always supposed to go that way, but I always change it. All right. So we got a few minutes here to wrap up today. And for those of you that don't know my story, I started in real estate in 96 or 97. I can never quite remember when it was. But I know I got in, and I wasn't the rookie of the year, and I didn't necessarily do great. I sold 3 homes in 6 months. All my signs said, call Brent, no last name. My business cards said Brent, no last name. I was embarrassed, not of real estate, but that I had failed in another company. And I didn't want people to know that I had to do something different. I would say that was a big ego thing, and definitely wrong on my part. God humbled me for that. But the next year, I figured things out. I think I sold 18 homes just by willing it. Like, I'm going to figure this out. And then the next year, 28 homes. And then the fourth year, it was about 48 homes. It was 1999. I made $393,000 in real estate. And that's a lot of money in 1999, right? That's a lot of money now. So, I'd take that right now. And I was so excited because I realized I don't even know what I'm doing. And I made almost $400,000 a year. You know how many, write this down, the biggest room in the world, do you know what it is? It's a room for improvement. It's why you can have a huge rev share organization. It's why you could sell real estate like you never dreamed you could sell real estate before, if you buy into that. Or are you a tree? Are you stuck? Can you not move? See, I heard a woman share last summer, your life is like a movie, right? If things are going wrong, write a new script. Agreed? Maybe take some of the bad characters in your life and write them out of the script. Like, get yourself away from people that are influencing you in a bad way, correct? Or maybe change the site location of where you're filming. Like, I moved from Chico to Sacramento, 100 miles south, and my income went up 8 times with the 100-mile move. I loved Chico, but the economics of Chico were not high at the time, back in the 90s. And within 4 years, I'm 8 times higher. Do you think that makes a difference? Are you stuck where you live now? Are you willing to move for your family? I was the best, happiest day of my life is seeing that. But then what I did was, I remember I was selling these 48 homes. I'm working 60 hours a week, easy. I'm coaching Little League. I'm coaching soccer. And the reason I made sure I was the coach, because I knew I'd have to be there. I want to challenge everyone here, make yourself be the coach for gymnastics, for volleyball, for cheer, for whatever it is you do for your kids, pickleball, tennis, golf. Be the coach. You'll be at the practices midweek, you'll be at the tournaments on the weekend, and then you give real estate what's left over. See, what most people do is they feed their entire life to real estate, and they get divorced. They end up with nothing. They end up empty. So put the big rocks in first. Well, for me, that's God. So church, Bible study, men's group, things like that, family camp. I put that stuff in first. It was like non-negotiable. And then what in second? My wife. Not my family, my wife. I didn't marry my family. I married my wife. She's hot. Now, she's beautiful. She's amazing. You know what attracted me was her heart and her relationship with God I found amazing. And then we had a family. And then I put, guess what? The kids next. And then I put in my family. Then I put in, and you put all the big rocks in. And then real estate gets what's left over. And you think, oh, I can't do that. I have to give real estate all the time. Listen to me. Real estate will consume every single waking hour you have. Anybody believe that one? Yeah, if you're not doing it, you're thinking about it, right? So you got to get good at putting real estate in a box. Do you know that a healthy, growing, thriving real estate business will consume every single dollar you feed it? Do you know that? There are people who make $1 million a year going bankrupt. Why do movie stars, Nicolas Cage, why do people make a lot of money? They spend it all. Don't spend it all. Save, invest. Write this down. Write this down. Learn to be an investor, not a consumer. Consumerism. You consume everything. Matthew and Lexi Stewart, stand up. I don't know where you are, but stand up. Where are you? Where are they? There they are, over there. Look back there. That couple. They have a rev share organization of about 170 agents. They paid off all of their debt. They live in a nice home. It's not a mansion. They drive nice cars, but they're not convertible BMWs and all this stuff. And they live so far below their means. They every time you see them, they're traveling somewhere fun to play golf. They're flying. I said, hey, how are the finances? Because the market's gotten tight. He goes, no problem. How would you like to have the feeling of no financial stress whatsoever? And so, yes, so do those things. But I remember going, how does anyone sell more than 48 homes a year? I want to improve. Anybody want to improve? And so I saw somebody who was selling 170 homes a year. So I went to meet with him. I figured I'm going to go work for him on a 50-50 split, learn what he knows, do what he does, and then I'll do even better. That didn't work out, but I ended up, my neighbor sent me an invitation to go to Toronto, Canada. I got my neighbor into real estate. He goes, we're going to Toronto. We're going to hear this guy, Craig Proctor. It's 1999. And I said, no, we're not. He goes, yeah, I am. I go, well, I don't want to go alone. I go, when is it? He goes, tomorrow. I'm in Northern California. It's 3,000 miles away. I go, I'm definitely not going. Long story short, that night he bought me a ticket on his credit card. He goes, I just paid for your ticket. He goes, you're going. I'm like, $1,900 last minute ticket. It changed my life. I went there. See, write this down. Proximity is power. And who you hang out with matters. Write that down with. Just who I hang out with matters. I mean, you want to become like Jesus? Hang out with Christians who love Jesus. Like, where's Jeff? Jeff, are you out there? Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff? There's a lot of Jeffs. There's a lot of Jeffs. That's a great example. I love Jeff. We hugged, not to get weird, but we hugged backstage. And I thanked him for who he was in my life. I love you, man. Who are you hugging? When you walk into the room, do you brighten it up? Are people excited to see you? How many of you ever seen someone walk in the room like, oh man, so-and-so's here. He's here, she's here. Man. I remember the first time I became aware of this, I was 20 years old, I got a job, and we had this certain secretary, I won't even say her name because someone might be naming her name, but like, we're like, oh, so-and-so, she's sick today, she's not coming in. We're all like, really? We were all excited. That's a terrible way to, when someone says, oh, that's terrible. Why? We were all elated because she just brought in a dark storm cloud. When you're on a Zoom, do you smile? When you're on a Zoom, do you pay attention to what's behind you? Because it matters, not your dirty laundry. The look on your face, I smile. Learn to smile when you talk. Look at Zig Ziglar. Did Zig Ziglar smile? Does Tony Robbins smile? Try to say no to me right now. Just do it. You can't say no to me. You absolutely can't. And you're like, well, you look kind of goofy smiling. I'm happy. Do you know if you smile, it creates endorphins? I just had like a total rush from here to here. Woo! I can create all the endorphins I want. I just smile. Now, if you change it up, oh, this feels really good. I'm having a moment. This is really sweet, man. You just go for a walk. Oh, thank you, Lord. So how about you? Well, I don't feel like smiling. Well, my 13-year-old doesn't feel like cleaning his room. Well, I just want to be real. Listen to me. Successful people do. That's why they put the chairs back. I just spit all over about right here. Successful people do what other people will not do so that they'll live the way they'll never live. If you do what you feel like doing, it isn't going to get done. Or as some people say, it ain't ever getting done. In proper English. You know, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Phelps, the Venus Williams, we have gold medalists in the room. Yeah, where's Chad? Chad, are you there? Stand up. He's a gold medalist. We should recognize a United States gold medalist. Right in the back there, stand up. Gold medalist. Stand up. Come on, man, stand up. Look at him. I mean, thank you. We're proud of you. He stood on the podium, right? But I guarantee you he trained when he didn't want to train. Are you going to do your scripts when you don't want to do your scripts? Are you going to sign up for Vern Workman Business Solutions event he's doing? Verl, yeah, sorry. You try getting up here. Now, I'm going to, thank you. I didn't mean that to sound snarky. It wasn't, but I mean, you're like, I'm lucky I even know where I am. But here's the deal. Bill Pipes, right? Tomorrow, Jeb Blunt is going to give you a chance to do coaching with him. And we've never offered coaching. But you know what? I always went to stuff, and I always bought coaching. I bought it at NAEA. I bought it at Star Power. I bought it at Craig Proctor. I bought it at Women's Council of Realtors. Wherever I went, I was a sucker sign up for coaching. Right? And I wouldn't change any of it. When you pay, write this down. Write down, ready? When I pay, write it down, get your phone out, I pay attention. When it's free, you don't do anything. So you can't go here, you get home all fired up. Oh my gosh, it was so great. You walk around, you're smiling all over town. You get those endorphins, feeling good. You got something, right? But what are you going to implement? And I was great. What did they talk about? I don't know. I can't remember, but it felt great. That's why you got to take notes. Here, do you know the chokehold of your business right now? Guaranteed, this is the problem with your business. It's not interest rates. It's not, let us take you to our leader. It's not him. It's Trump. It's Biden. No, it's not. It's you. See, when you're a victim, you blame the Democrats, the Republicans, the conservatives, the liberals. You blame the interest rates. I almost fell right there. You saw that. I'm like, woo. I saw Bill. His feet were over the edge too, okay? You just want to get down there and just climb in people's laps. You know? I can't, okay, I can sit here. All right? No, I'm too big, and my wife's right there. And I wouldn't do it anyway. So anyways, here's the deal. I just inferred that I would do it if my wife wasn't right there. I know. Okay, baby. All right, here we go. Come here. You're awesome. I love you. I love you. I don't know what you guys are doing later tonight. Now, so here's the deal. Where was I? Hugging people? No, falling off stage. What? Falling off stage. Right before I was falling off stage. Problem is you. Victim. Thank you. When you're blaming Glenn Sanford because the cap is 16 and not 8, or when you're blaming the Department of Real Estate in Kansas because you can't make it, if they just change it, you're a victim. But when you just own your stuff, like, okay, I lost that listing. That Coldwell Banker agent stole my listing. A fellow EXP agent stole my buyer. Victim. Nobody stole anything. See, when you go, you know what? They were better than I was. What did Michael Jordan do? What did Bill Pipes just teach us? Was I listening to Bill Pipes? Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorite trainers. See, Michael Jordan said, what can I learn from this? How can I improve and get better? And when you lose a listing, you say, well, Scott, why did you, this is how I make my living. I'm thrilled you list with Sotheby's or Coldwell Banker, Century 21. Awesome. I mean, obviously you found someone. And be happy. Don't just fake it. Because they found someone they like better than you. And you say, but this is how I provide for my family. And I would just love to learn what they did that I didn't do. So that I could do what they did and get the listing next time from my family. Could you tell me what it was that they did that I didn't do? Well, they weren't late. Right? They were dressed much better. Their car wasn't covered with mud. They were organized. They knew about the school districts. Are you with me? And well, that's not important. Who's coachable, right? Let me ask you a question. Are you coachable? Are you teachable? Yes. I would go to real estate. Every top producer panel, I was there. I'm busy too. I was busy as anyone in this room. Every single, Remax thing when I was a Remax agent. All the Keller Williams things when I was a Keller Williams agent. And then NALREP, been there. ARIA, been there. Been a member of NALREP, a member of ARIA, a member of the Women's Council of Realtor. 18 agents, 14 of my agents were women. They made me join. I will be at 10X Ladies in Miami. I'm going with my wife. Elena goes, come in. And I'm going to be there learning. Women are amazing. They're smart. They rule the world. What are you men going to learn? I didn't know that till 19 years in. It's 31 years. I'm like totally into making you happy now. I love you so much. You're amazing. And so before I'm like, well, I don't want to spoil her. Now I totally want to spoil her, So I'm kind of slow. But here's the deal. I went to Craig Proctor. He's selling 600 homes a year in a town of 120,000 people. And I listened to him. And people sat next to Craig. Scoot over, Kurt. And they were sitting in the audience. It was like, and we're sitting and the guy's like, this is such a bunch of BS. Look at all the people here. He makes all his money. We all paid like $1,000. He'd make $800,000 just from this room. And he was like, this is BS. His arms were crossed, his eyes were crossed, his legs were crossed. And he's just like, if he offers coaching, I'm out of here. End of the event, Craig Proctor says, and if you want to join coaching today and today only, it's normally $997. You can get it for $497 if you do it today. Kind of like Bill Pipes did. And he gets up, slams this thing down, big room like that, and he just goes stomps out of the room like this. He's gone. He is like out of the room. And I'm like, he's not with me. I was sitting by him. He's not. I was embarrassed by the man. Didn't even know him, but he embarrassed me. I went to the back room, signed up for coaching. 6 years later, I was selling not 40-something homes a year, but 400. It's not because I'm smart. I was a C student. Please be a C student. I got straight A's in citizenship. PE, right? My teachers liked me. I was a nice kid. Mrs. Gapbine let me get donuts, from, never mind. Anyways, but they liked me. Someone said, Krista Mayshore said, I like donuts. I do too, Krista. Now, but here's the deal. Man, I am coachable, I'm teachable, and I'm willing to fail. Write this down. Are you willing to fail? I said there's a new book I want to write. It's called Fail Often and with Velocity. The reason you are where you are with your business, you're not swinging the bat enough. I mean, you're doing good. You're selling 30 homes a year, 60 homes a year. Maybe you've got this or that, but you know that the more you swing the bat, the better you're going to get. You golf once a year, once a month. You play tennis once a year, once a month. You snow ski once a year, once a month. But if you snow ski or golf every single day for 30 days straight, literally in 30 days you can get it over with. The key to success is failure, but everybody wants to look good, right? The ego, write this down. The ego, write down, is not my amigo, right? Right? Your ego's not your amigo. Your ego is keeping your kids in public schools. Keep your kids in private schools, maybe. But maybe you want your kids in private schools. My kids went to high schools where they learned how to start businesses. And they had to do P&Ls. And they had to have partners. And they learned what partners were like in junior high. And it was different than high school. But it was important to me. And I was willing to fail. Do you know what it's like to do open houses and have nobody come through the door? It's so depressing. It acts so depressing that you actually, let's see if I can get back up here and not fall. Okay, so here's the deal. That was at least 2 feet. So I've been to open houses where I'm like, you got bills to pay. God, please send somebody. Oh, great one. Lord Jesus, please send somebody. I've begged God to send people to my open houses. My kids ate when they were little. Look, Sarah's right over there. She just flew in from Santa Monica a few hours ago. She surprised me in the back. Megan said, I can't say her name, but I can't help it. I love you. You're the best. Megan's like, don't talk about me, Dad. You know? But I love him, man. Who of us would sacrifice our lives for our kids? Yeah. So it's that personal cause and being willing to face your demons and humble yourself and ask others, ask for a coach. You need to sign up. I don't care who's coaching. Mike Ferry wasn't here. Sign up for Mike Ferry. You know, there are other people who aren't here. Sign up for their. I don't care where you go, but do something. Because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll get what you've been getting. Are you with me? Yeah. Like, something's got to change. Remember someone said, thank you, Capital One Visa. And they joined coaching. I did the same thing. And so, if you keep doing the same old things, you're going to keep getting the same old results. So here's the deal. 80% of the chokehold in your business is your personal psychology. You're it. The chokehold in your business, 80% of it is the psychology. So real estate is about personal growth. That's why you had people saying, read these books, go to these events, get a coach, do this. And I guarantee you, sales mastery, they say it's 10,000 hours. Do you remember the first time you got in real estate? I remember being completely nervous about using a lockbox. Remember that? I remember like frustrated. Where's the MLS? And how do I find 2 stories? I got to screen out 2 stories. Guy's got a bad hipper. And then how do I appraise a home? I don't understand how to appraise a home. And then after you've done it enough, like I was really great at appraising homes. I was very comfortable showing property. I had a point where I'd show property at 8, 10, noon, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, midnight, 2 in the morning. Do lock boxes work in the middle of the night? They do if you take the key before it gets dark. Tell that to your commissioner. Now, I only did it on vacant homes. What am I going to do? Sleep? Well, you seem kind of extreme. You seem kind of fanatical. Yeah. But guess what? I was a weekend warrior. I'd show property Saturday morning at 8, 10, noon, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, midnight, 2 in the morning sometimes. And Saturdays, I go to church, 9, gather at 10:30, start setting up signs till about 11, 11:30, do open house till 7, 8, 9 at night. I recommend you do the same, or whatever, door knock, call the expireds, do Krista Mashor's, do something. I figured out open houses. And I got to where I had 70 or 80 clients. And I got to the point, I didn't have leads. They're not leads. They're human beings. They're souls. They're people to connect with. They're people. And because I was willing to pay the price, guess what? I was able to set goals like sell 30 homes in 30 days. Like, why not you sell 30 homes in the 30 days? And I'll tell you why you're not. Well, I don't have a team. I didn't have a team either. Well, you had I didn't have an assistant. And I set a goal to sell 30 homes in 30 days. And I'll tell you why you're not going to sell 30 homes in the next 30 days. Because it's not even a thought. It's not even it's not even a consideration. Who you hang out with matters. I had breakfast with someone today, and they go, oh, we're the Matthews team from Houston, Texas. I go, the Matthews? I remember the Matthews from the early 2000s. They were selling 900 homes a year. By the way, now they're selling 1,300 homes a year, and the guys retired and sold the team to the team. And so let me tell you what, who you hang out with matters. Selling 30 homes in a month became doable because I was sitting around people that were selling 600 homes a month. I mean a year. 900 homes a year. Now I hang out with people selling 1,600 homes a year, 2,600 homes a year. They think different. I want to challenge you. Remember, I want to push you into the moat with the alligators? So here's the thing. There's no alligators. It's all in your mind. Your dreams lie outside your comfort zone. Like whatever it is you're comfortable, get out of that. Get uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And guess what? You're going to have the breakthrough you wanted. When I got my big breakthrough in real estate, it came from a depressing moment where every escrow I had fell out of escrow. And my wife goes, when's the next closing? I'm like, we don't even have anything in escrow. Isn't that exciting? Anybody ever done that? You give your wife a check, great, when's the next one? You give your husband a check, great, when's the next one? Don't have one. Got nothing in the pipeline. Doesn't that feel great? So I got mad. I was always trying to sell 4 or 5 homes a month. Sold 48 with that theology. And then I set a goal I got mad. Some of you need to get mad. Not at politics, not at the governor, not at the interest rates. Get mad at you. Get mad at you. You playing life small is not serving the world. See, I've begged you guys to give, and you guys are generous, and you gave over $2 million to orphans and widows. And who are you going to inspire to go big? And so, when I was hoping maybe someday I'll sell 7 homes in a month, because that was my personal record. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. How'd you feel if you closed 7 homes in the last 30 days? Did you feel pretty good? And I wanted to get back to that. And all of a sudden I got upset. And I said, I'm selling 30 homes in 30 days. No team. But if you have 3 clients, can you sell 30 homes? I had 60 or 70 clients because I was doing open houses and working radical. I don't want to get back to that. You're like, well, he's working 18 hours a day. Yep. I started, typically I'd end at 9. I didn't always do 11, midnight, and that. Only showed property at 1 a.m. once, okay? I went to a movie. He worked till midnight as a manager for American Airlines. He'd get off after midnight. I said, meet me there at 1 a.m. Have you done that to your clients? Like it's normal. Yeah, I'll meet you there at 1 a.m. They're like, you okay? I go, yeah. Like, well, won't you be in bed? I go, no, I'll be there at 1 a.m. I'm going to go see a movie. I'll go watch Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise is coming out. And then I'll be all excited. And I'll go meet you there at 1 a.m. at Kona Drive in Orangevale. And we met at 1 a.m. We wrote the offer at 2 a.m. on the counter. Faxed it over at 3 a.m. Said, I need an answer by noon. Or we're going to buy another house. And they got an accepted offer by 11. Well, we're not presenting offers till Tuesday. That's great. Understand it? We can't wait. We're going to buy another house. You might want to let the seller, this one's $10,000 over full price. It closes in 12 days. It's as is. It's a $30,000 earnest money deposit, and they can sell for 2 months rent-free. Well, that's kind of an aggressive offer. That's how I wrote them all. Never lost. Didn't ever lose. Don't lose. Because you know why? Because I lost so many. I lost so many. I hate losing. Remember Bill Pipes? He said, you better be competitive. You better want to win. I don't like to lose. Do you like to lose? How does it feel? Oh, we've chosen another offer. Thank you. We went with Coldwell Banker, but thank you. Oh, thank you. There's nothing wrong with that. We're like, okay. I remember Steve Hillier, he's in the audience. Steve beat me on a listing. I asked him, what did I do wrong? He didn't do anything wrong, but Steve Hillier's like, man, you say jump, I say how high. I'll work every single agent in this town. I'll turn over every rock, every leaf. I want this listing so bad I can taste it. Give me a chance. I will get it done. You can count on me to sell your home for the highest price. Just give me a chance. Well, I wouldn't do that. Fine. He'll kick your butt like he did me. Yeah. My next 10 listings. I'll jump, you say jump, I say how high. I want this listing so bad I can taste it. I turn every rock, every leaf. I network with all the top agents. Just give me a chance. I got like the next 10 listings in a row because I copied Steve Hillier. Steve, are you in the room? Stand up. Wave your hand. Where's Steve? Where is he? In the back. Come on, stand up. He kicked my butt. Steve, who got you into real estate? What? Me. I helped him get in, he beat me. But that day, you changed my life. Losing could be the best thing that ever happened to you. The best thing. Because you're like, I'm not going to lose again. And I did the forensic audit. Hey, super happy. I didn't know who I was. We know I was listening with other companies. I didn't know it was Steve. When my wife was threatened, I called Steve, and he went to my house with a shotgun. Yeah, he's that kind of a friend. You need someone buried in the backwoods? He's that kind of a friend. Don't worry, I've never done that. Yet. Now, So here's the deal. What I do Monday through Friday: houseboat, water ski, snow ski, go to the zoo with the 5th graders, go to Apple Hill with the 1st graders. Enjoy my life. I had all my free time Monday through Friday. On the weekend, baby, I was a weekend warrior. I did open houses till dark. If they're rolling through the door, I'd stay there till 6, 7, 8, 9, the pitch dark, they're rolling through the door. Because I didn't put out 5 signs, I put out 30. Took an hour to put the signs out. Well, you seem kind of radical and extreme. Yes! That is what it's going to take! It's just not going to change if you keep doing what you've been doing. Like, ugh! Tony Robbins says this: the key to life is energy. If your marriage is dead, then get no energy. Your relationships are dead. What kind of energy are you putting into your team, the people you love, your clients? Do they know that you love them? So I want to say this. I have like 40 things written down. I got to one. I swear to God, I did the first one, 80% of the chokehold in your business. And I have 1 minute and 2 seconds left. So I had great things to say. I have no idea what I just said. Was it good? Come on! Come on! Now, come on. Go. So here's the deal. 45 seconds left. I'm going to finish on time. So how do you get the breakthrough? You go to EXPCon in October. We're there with Michael. We're there with Amy. We're there with Sean. We're there with Jim, Glenn's dad. You better be there. Glenn's going to be there. And we hang out together, and we have breakfast, and we go out to dinner, and we love on it. We bring our guests, and you bring guests. This is where I joined EXP 6 years ago here at the Weston Riverwalk. I met Glenn and go, I like him. I liked everybody, and I joined. It changed my life. I want you to show up to EXPCon, bring guests, and then next March, we have a very special event called Cabo. If you like to have fun, watch this business video. I can't even talk anymore. Watch this video, and I'll see you in Cabo. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you.